ESPN's Adam Rubin with Armen and Levack on 104.5 The Team. Levack out today. And Adam, I wanted to hit you up, man. What are the odds that the Mets are going to make a trade by the deadline?
Well, they're certainly going to try, especially with Michael Cuddier's knee injury really leaving voids in the outfield right now. One option is to call up Michael Conforto, the top prospect, position player-wise, from Double-A. He was the first-round pick last year, but they're certainly intensifying looking outside. Can't guarantee something's going to happen, but they're definitely investigating it.
Where should our confidence level be that this team will spend money on somebody at the trade deadline?
Well, I don't know about spend money. I do think they'll acquire somebody, even if it's more kind of a utility player, bench help, or some kind of outfielder who has some kind of platoon role. But taking on large salaries are not going to happen. So, say if you're looking for Troy Tulowitzki, that's definitely out. And if you're even talking about Justin Upton, they're not in on Justin Upton.
What kind of player does it take for the Mets to acquire in order to get into the postseason and be a threat?
I don't know if one bench player for the Mets or one position player for the Mets is really going to help. The offense, in spite of the runs yesterday in the ninth inning, is really, really struggling. And frankly, other than anyone they acquire, there's really not anyone coming back that's going to help them this year. David Wright is looking increasingly likely like he's not going to play this year. He hasn't been cleared for baseball activity yet. It's going to take him about a month to ramp up once he is finally cleared from that back injury. And Travis d'Arnaud is getting closer to a return. He might be back in a week, but Kevin Plawecki's done okay, so it's not like Travis d'Arnaud is going to be a dramatic improvement offensively. So I'm not sure, in spite of how close they are to first place right now entering this last game of the series against the Nationals, I'm not sure that they have the offense to actually make the playoffs. In fact, I saw Joe Sherman in the Post in the last day or so investigated it, and the Mets would have the lowest runs per game of any team since division play went to 4 divisions in 1969 to make the playoffs if they do make the playoffs.
Oh, ESPN's Adam Rubin with Armen and Levack on 104.5 The Team, at Adam Rubin ESPN on Twitter. What is the latest on Michael Cuddyer?
Well, he's got a bone bruise below the kneecap in his left knee, and it's not going to get better probably until the offseason when he rests. He's tried different types of medication, tried a new one on Monday. He hasn't significantly got better, so he's getting closer to a DL stint. For now, they're using him basically as a pinch hitter, and he'll run the bases at that point, but he's not someone who's going to be playing the field. So for now, they have, supposedly a threat on the bench, but the guys like Kirk Neuenhuis are starting today in left field, and that's the direction they're going with Cuddyer, a bench player. But he could land on the DL any day now.
Adam, is there anyone out there in the trade market, any name or names that you would say, wow, that'd be a great move, that'd be a great fit?
Everyone's been clamoring for Ben Zobrist just because of the versatility factor, too. I know his skills are diminished. I haven't heard there's anything overly active, and I've seen conflicting reports about how active things are with him. But that's certainly at least plausible, and it's something that makes sense.
ESPN's Adam Rubin. And Adam, you wrote today at ESPNNewYork.com that Michael Conforto is getting closer to being called up by the Mets. What is the deal breaker as to whether or not they call him up? Is it Cuddier's status?
Well, yeah, pretty much. I mean, they don't want to make that move. In fact, a week ago they were saying there's no chance that that's going to happen. He's unlikely to get called up. But as Cuddier's injury lingers, Cuddyer had this knee injury come up about 4 weeks ago now, and they thought it'd be better by now, but it's ended up getting worse. And so they're just looking for options. And really, position player-wise in the minors, he's probably the best option. There is some hesitancy because he's only drafted last year. He got up to Double-A. May 30th was his Double-A debut, so he's only been in Double-A now for just about not even quite 2 months yet. So they don't want to give him too much too soon. But I mean, he's a guy who's hitting over 300 in Triple-A with good power numbers too. So he may very well be the best option.
Yeah, he's hitting 325 and 5 homers, and basically the fear would that they would be rushing him. Is that just the overall feeling that they don't want to rush him if they don't have to?
Yeah, and they've been conservative with their pitchers too. I mean, we've introduced with the Mets, you've seen Noah Syndergaard and Steven Matz and Matt Harvey and Jacob deGrom, and none of those guys were rushed. And Conforto is basically the position player equivalent to those guys, so they don't want to overdo it. I know there's a lot made about Schwarber and how he's doing with the Cubs, and that's kind of that's one of the reasons why people are clamoring for Conforto, saying, hey, look what he's doing, but then that's just not their style if they could help it.
ESPN's Adam Rubin. And Adam, it sounds like you're pretty optimistic that the Mets could make something happen before the trade deadline.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be seismic or anything like that, but I do think there's a decent possibility they're trying. I mean, when you don't want to take on money, you don't want to part with your core pitching prospects, it's going to be a little bit of an uphill battle, but there's a deal to be made. I mean, the bench is not very good at all, so if nothing else, they certainly could improve there and give themselves a better chance.
ESPN's Adam Rubin at ESPNNewYork.com, and on Twitter he has the latest leading up to the trade deadline at Adam Rubin ESPN. Adam, thanks so much for your time today, man. Appreciate you.
Sure, my pleasure. Thank you.